Hi, this is Carolyn from Wisdom from the Angels. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, please hit the subscription button below as well as the bell next to it so you'll get email notifications of new videos when I upload, and I upload all the time. Remember, this is a general reading for November. It is the second week in November, and while my readings are not dated, they may resonate to you at a different time. If they don't resonate today, take what works, leave the rest. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone at the same time. Okay? Everything you need to know about me is in the box below, and feel free to reach out for any services or any questions you may have that I offer. Alrighty? Okay, so we're going to get into the weekly read. It is a pretty powerful one because we're in a pretty powerful week. And we're going to get into that after we clear the air and call in the angels. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and call in the angels this morning. And I think I'm going to use a piece of... Ooh, something said, grab the pyrite, grab the pyrite. Pyrite. At one time it was called fool's gold, but it is about prosperity, abundance, bringing in a whole new beginning. And we're going to get into that as we do the reading because that is part of the message for this week. Alrighty. Whew. So let's call in the angels. Angels, spirit guides, our own individual teams, our ancestors, our guardian angels, benevolent beings from all galaxies, space, and time. The ascended masters bring in the energy that is needed at this time. Bring in the guidance, bring in the clarity, and bring in the prosperity that is so desired. Angels, we are grateful and thankful for all that you do. We are grateful and thankful that you are in our lives. We are grateful and thankful for our own adventures. Angels, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. All right, let's see what Spirit has to tell us this week. And it is a pretty powerful week. We just had the 11/11 energy, and a lot of people had some varying energy around the 11/11 portal. We, prior to that, had the new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, all about transformation and the mysteries of life. And then we have this beautiful 11/11 energy that came in, and it really opened up a bigger portal. And then this week we have the full moon in Taurus. Taurus, all about our resources. Whatever you may see as a resource. Start to ask yourself, how do you value your resources? Are you using them to the best of your ability? Are you able to, sock away something for a rainy day? Start to look at that. Start to also reflect on 2020, 2021, and what no longer works for you, what you'd like to change, as well as how would you like to step into 2022. On the high vibe reading, we talked about decluttering our minds, our homes, our cars, our worlds. So start to look at what in your life needs to be figured out, straightened out, and handled. And maybe you can't handle it all at once, but maybe come up with a plan as to how to tackle it. Okay? All right. So I've already done a pre-pull because I didn't want to waste your time doing this. Not because it's a waste of time, but I don't like to take up time on the readings doing things I can do in advance. So we have a beautiful, beautiful spread here. And on the weekly, I give you the overall energy. So I'm going to pull a card for that because that's one thing I did not do. Yay! So we're going to use the archangels to give us an overriding energy for this week. All right, and they're saying 2 more times. Okay. All right, so I've already shuffle the decks 5 times before I even sat down to start the readings. But sometimes they'll say, give it another couple. I'll pull that one as the overriding. Okay, this week the overriding energy is compassion. And the message on the card from the archangels is Archangel Zachiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Okay, so it's a time about, let me show you the beautiful card. This is Zachiel. Zachiel is all about compassion. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others. It is not selfish to put yourself first and really look at how you can be more compassionate in your life, how you can be kinder to yourself, how you can be kinder to others. Now, that doesn't mean you lower your boundaries. That doesn't mean you compromise yourself away. What it does mean is that you honor those boundaries and that you are really clear about what you will and will not allow any more of into your life. It's also about being really clear about who you will allow into your life. How are you going to spend your energy? Think about your energy like you think about your resources or your money. Are you going to give $50 of money away to someone who doesn't value you? Are you going to spend time with someone who argues with you all the time, or when you leave you feel like yuck? Or are you going to really start to foster those relationships that really bring something to the table and make you feel good, make you feel uplifted, and where you feel like you've been seen? Start to look at that and start to really evaluate where you are in your life with that, okay, right now. So this week, compassion. Where will you be showing compassion? And the first card out is the Knight of Water. Romantic, emotional, and dramatic, okay? Wow, the Knight of Water. And on his shirt, he has a fast-paced horse. You may not be able to see that. It's right there. What this is about is looking at what you value. See the cup? What do you value? What do you value, and where do you put value in your life? Who do you value? Do you value yourself? Because oftentimes when we look at life, we forget about ourselves. And, especially if we've been taught in our childhood, oh, it's selfish to think of yourself. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's important to remember that you matter too. Okay? So start to look at, where are things very dramatic in your life? Where are they perhaps overly emotional? Because that's part of this message. And this week, remember, all that glitters is not gold. So if you're talking to someone and they're telling you, oh, everything's wonderful in my life, everything's amazing, and it starts to sound like their Instagram, feed, and you're looking at them and they look so sad and so hurt and so worn down. Remember, everyone is on their own journey. Don't need to, I'm hearing, evaluate or judge them, but start to look at, in your own life, where would you like to show up? How would you like to show up in your life? Do you want to be an inspiration for others? Do you want to be an inspiration for yourself? Where in your life can you change something around so that you start to really show up as the person that you feel like you're meant to be? Where you start to really connect with your inner longings, where your soul is saying, I'd like more of this. And you're like, nope, gonna go over here and do this. Or your soul may be saying, gosh, I really wish I could just have a fresh salad. And you're like, but I'm in the drive-in pull-up window for some fast food chain. Start to look at, where do you value yourself? And when you look over at someone, and you're in traffic, and all of a sudden you look around you, and to one side there's a Range Rover, and on the other side there's a Kia. Both capable cars, both capable of getting you from point A to point B. And kudos to whomever owns either one. However, are you more so looking at the high-end car going, gosh, I wish I had that. Gosh, I wish I could just, if I could just own that. And you're looking at the Land Rover going, yes, or the Range Rover, yes, I wish. Do a pros and cons list. What's the pros of having it? What's the cons? Start to really evaluate what would make you happy. Are you going to be happy paying $800 a month to have the privilege of riding around in the car for people to go, "Ooh, look at that car"? Or are you going to pay less and feel good and use that extra money, put it in savings? Start to really evaluate, because everything that glitters is not gold. Look at also in your life where you are going to be fair with yourself. Where do you need to be fair with yourself in life? This is the number 38. 3 plus 8 in numerology, when added together, become the master number 11. We just went through the 1111 portal. What came up for you during the 1111 portal? Were you even aware that something came up? Start to look for the hidden message that came up if you're not aware, because there's really good information there, and the universe is giving you a direction to go in. Be fair. Be fair to yourself. Be fair to others. Remember, we're going to be compassionate this week. And we're going to ask the question, why? Why is something necessary? Does it make you feel good? Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you excitement? Is it positive? Ask questions around the things that are going on in your life. Remember, we're finishing up 2021. We're in November. Next week is Thanksgiving, or Gratitude Day. And what is it that you are thankful for? Where do you feel gratitude in your life? Where do you feel like you would like more of? Where do you feel like your life is in alignment with who you are? Are you having compassion for yourself? Do you have compassion for your fellow man? When you take time off, do you feel like you're missing out on something? When you turn off your phone and you no longer are plugged in, how does that feel for you? Or do you need to do more of it? Because remember, there was a time on the planet where we didn't have all of these great gadgets and we weren't always plugged in 24/7. Our bodies sometimes need downtime, and the constantly being bombarded by all of these electromagnetic waves is not healthy for us. Try to see how you can reset your mind and start to look at what is important by asking why. Now, if you're getting in your car and you know why you need the key. But if you're sitting down and it's quiet and it's peaceful, why are you on your phone? Enjoy the peace and quiet. Turn off your phone. Put it on silence. It's going to be there when you come back. Nothing in life is going to change that fast. I promise you. It's not. Give yourself a break. Take some downtime. Go for a walk. Get outside. Get out in nature. Unless there's a hurricane or tornado or a blizzard outside, go outside. Listen to the birds. Look at the animals around you. Start to take in the beauty of where you live. Turn off the music. Turn down the volume of noise in your life so that you can really start to reset your clock and see, how can I be more compassionate with myself? The next card out is shield yourself. You can't make this stuff up. Shield yourself. And on here we have Archangel Michael with his sword and his shield. Shield yourself. What does that mean? Shield your energy. Take care of your energy. Protect your energy. Who do you allow around you? Because people can drain the hell out of you. And you don't even realize it until you are completely you have no energy for anything. You can't even have a conversation. And you're like, what is going on? I felt so good this morning. The message here says, protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Use Archangel Michael's sword. Go to my website, cutting the cords energetically. And it tells you, imagine yourself as a gingerbread man. Ask Michael to borrow his sword and cut away the energy cords. What are energy cords? We pick them up every single day. We're outside, we pick them up from the atmosphere. We pick them up from people passing us on the street. If we're on public transportation, imagine you're walking through all of that energy to get to your seat. If you are indoors, even, you're picking up energy from your own environment. Start to look at what energy no longer serves me, or what energies do I need to disconnect from, is what I'm hearing right now. Maybe not forever, but for right now, what do I need to disconnect from? What do I need to not focus so much on? What do I need to have less of in my life? It's going to be there if you want to go back and pick it up later, but kind of disconnect yourself for a little while and see what the difference is. Start to shield yourself. But if you go to my website, www.carolynjwoodson.com, look under freebies. There's a whole thing there you can download, and you can print it out if you want to, that you can do. And you can make it a ritual. Make yourself a cup of tea. Go, get calm, get centered, go somewhere, and just start to think about, what is it that I'd like to not have any longer in my life? Use Michael's sword and cut away the energy, the cords that are connected to you. We carry those with us, and over the course of a few days, we can feel depleted. We can feel completely drained. We can feel like we're not ourselves. So start to do that. And it doesn't mean you're harming anyone. What you're doing is taking away energy that is not serving you well. That's all it is. That's all it is. The next one is your crown chakra. Protect your crown chakra. Protect your crown chakra. And this says, pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of true divine guidance and an answer to your prayers. So are you listening to what's coming through? Are you writing it down? Are you starting to pay attention? The other day I was somewhere, I think I was setting up to do readings, and I kept hearing this name. And I was like, I don't know anybody by that name. I wonder who this is. I thought maybe it's a client that's going to come in for a reading. And something said, no, I'm your guardian, one of your guardian angels. And I was like, never knew there was a guardian angel with that name. And I was like, I got to look this one up. So what I did, I started laughing, because it's the guardian angel that does event planning, and I thought that was just so funny, because I was in the middle of doing an event, but it was going so smoothly. Even me with my broke toe was still moving around, and things were going well, and I was like, okay, but my toe, I forgot all about it. And it is getting better. So thank you to those who've asked and who've sent prayers. I am so grateful and thankful. I am getting better. And every time someone says, why are you walking like that? I'm like, I just start laughing. I broke my toe. And they're like, what? Well, how did you do that? And I said, well, the barbell won. I was cleaning and the barbell won. So anyway, thank you for all your thoughts and your wishes and prayers. I so appreciate it. But start to protect yourself. Start to look at yourself compassionately. Be very gentle with yourself from now until the end of the year, I'm hearing. Start to always be gentle with yourself, but they're saying especially now, because the energies are going to be so great. They're going to be popping in on us really fast. The energy that's coming up, especially as we are in eclipse season, is going to hit us hard. So start to look at, okay, you're not able to sleep, maybe meditate. If you're not able to get, to kind of power down, maybe cut those energy cords. Start to look at how you can take care of yourself better. Be gentle with yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself, okay? Especially now. And release. That's what this full moon is about on Thursday. The energy is building. I started to feel it last Friday, which was interesting, because we just had the 11/11 portal, and everyone was texting me or calling me and saying, are you feeling this energy? I said, what's going on? I said, yeah, I felt it last week. I usually get it a week before it gets the rest of the folks. And I said, I felt it last week, but it felt good for me. Partly the reason I think it felt good is because I had done a lot of work, and I've been doing a lot of work on myself. Actually, I was thinking about it the other day. I can't remember a time when I wasn't working on improving myself. Anyway, that's another conversation. This card says release. That's what Thursday's about. Full moons are a time of releasing. Release what no longer serves you, like that extra energy that is not yours. Release things that are really getting in the way of you being kind to yourself and compassionate. Release whatever and whomever is showing up, playing games, being toxic, negative. Someone who's constantly telling you, no, it's not me, it's you. Not necessarily. They're deflecting, they're gaslighting, and they're being, they're using a lot of narcissistic tricks. Where these people come from, I have no idea. I don't know if it's in the water. Glad I don't drink it. I drink bottled water. Thank goodness for bottled water. And start to really look at where you can find more value in your life. Because that's what Taurus is about. What do we value? What do we value? It's about our resources, but we are also a resource. Resources aren't just about money and things we own. The card says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. We were right on target. And I pulled an animal guide for us this week because I think sometimes we overlook nature and we don't always put a whole lot of emphasis on it. The card this week is the rabbit. And I don't know if you have rabbits near you, but their ears are so big. Why? Because they can hear everything. Their eyes are always moving back and forth. They are very sensitive. They're very loving. They're very kind. What do rabbits symbolize? New beginnings, new birth, good luck. And start to look at where in your life can you step into rabbit energy? Where can you become more aware? Where can you begin to acknowledge? And where can you begin to take action? Remember, that was part of the high vibe reading for this week. We're going to practice some self-forgiveness here this week. We're all going forward, not just this week, but begin to practice self-forgiveness. That's part of compassion as well. And start to look at how you can be a more compassionate being in this world and how that can help you to really go forward and be the successful person that you'd like to be. All right? Okay, so the message here is your creativity is on peak. Yes, it is. Because when we get out of the way of other people's stuff, what's going on, what did this celebrity say, what did that celebrity do, we start to see our lives a lot clearer. And we start to act from a place that is more in line with who we are. Now we're going to get a card from the angels to kind of give us some idea of any other action we can take this week. The crystal for this week is going to be pyrite. It's also known as fool's gold. It is all about our prosperity, our abundance, what makes us successful, what do we value, where do we really place our value, where can we be kinder to ourselves and to others. And can't make this up, remain positive. Where are you going to remain positive in your life? What are you going to start to really look at that you can honestly say, hey, you know what? I did a good job. And I forgive myself for not having all the information that I might have done it differently at that time. But I know I did a good job. That's your reading for this week. If you need me, you know how to reach me. All the information is in the box below. Reach out if you'd like to. We can set up a time to talk. If you'd like a session, great. If you'd like an angel card reading, great. They're much more extensive. I give you a lot of information. We talk about numerology. We talk about anything you'd like to. You can be on the call with me and I'll send you the link of the reading afterwards, or you can just tell me what's going on and I can do the reading separately. I also send an email afterwards to kind of explain a few things that are going on, like the numerology of your cards, which we do talk about in the reading as well. All right, this is it for this week. I hope you have an amazing week, and may it be filled with many, many, many blessings. And enjoy this full moon energy in Taurus. on Thursday. Take care and namaste. Thank you for coming by.